is up, Chaos Crew?
I'm Rachel.
I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Natalie. And today, we have a question first. I have to remember to actually ask the question. What is your favorite board game?
We've been playing Betrayal a lot, and I've really enjoyed that. And also just the classic Clue. I love Clue.
Me too.
Mine's also Betrayal. Betrayal on the House on the Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's my favorite. I used to play that anytime we're playing board games.
I also really like that one.
I also like Unmatched.
Me too.
Because you could be literally anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I love being the Ghost Rider.
What's my favorite board game? I like Clue. Oh, you can't say I do like that one. That one's really fun.
You can't say
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Never
It's
heard
actually
that
over
one.
there. It's really fun. Yeah.
We've never played that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so fun. We should play it sometime.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How are you guys doing? We haven't been back in a hot minute.
Yeah, I feel like we need to do a little bit of a life
I
update.
know.
It's been forever.
I know. I'm engaged.
Yay!
So exciting.
Yeah.
We were all three in a show together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was fun.
It was really
It
fun.
was a lot.
She was my sister.
She was my sister, and
Oh.
she was pregnant.
I was pregnant.
And I was seeing people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hallucinations.
Yes. Apparitions, if you will.
I'd sure like to get a glimpse of these hallucinations.
I don't know what's new with me recently. I did my hair.
She did. I helped.
Yeah. Helped touch it up
Yeah.
when I got back.
I did my hair too.
Yeah.
Literally last night.
Yeah. I helped with that one too.
Yay!
I also did my hair, but I just put it up and I don't want to take it back down. I just put blonde highlights and money pieces in, but they're kind of fading. So
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm gonna do my hair again over spring break.
Yay.
Yeah. What else?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're getting married in
I know, in
She's
December.
getting married this year.
yeah.
They're my bridesmaids.
We're her bridesmaids.
Yeah.
We get to wear pretty dresses.
Yeah, no purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
We should have planned this better.
We should have. Yeah.
But just like everything, on a whim.
Yeah.
Back in the swing of classes again. Lovely.
We're almost done with our junior year.
I know.
We're gonna be seniors next semester.
That's
and that
actually
is terrifying to think
That's
about.
really crazy.
It's almost advising season, so
Yeah.
we have our classes planned for next semester, which means we're already planning our senior year, our
Yeah.
last year here together.
That's so great. I'm
That's
gonna
crazy.
cry.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna bawl.
But
the
I'm
baby.
gonna actually love having we're gonna do the podcast on Zoom calls, and
Yeah.
I think that's gonna help us keep up with each other, which will be really nice.
Yeah.
Because all of us are really bad at communicating.
Yeah.
Over the phone.
While the podcast has not been running, we certainly have been growing closer every single day.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a day in the last 2 months where I haven't seen you at least once.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think that's a new record for us.
Yeah. And we have healthy boundaries now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We lock our doors and we say
We
no when we don't want
do.
people in our spaces.
We do.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else is new?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm starting directing, and it's crazy, but I feel like I'm in my natural element. I'm doing this scene and Aubrey's in it, and I feel mean, but it's okay.
I have to play a narcissistic mother.
Yeah.
I am in my research capstone for my major, so I have to do a scholarly research project
Fantastic.
to graduate in psychology. So I'm in the process of getting that data, and hopefully soon we'll be getting it published.
If you're a veteran, reach
If
out
you're a
to
veteran,
Aubrey.
reach out to our email, please, and I will send you the proper information. Veteran or active military personnel, or if you know someone, please contact me. Please. Go ahead.
I changed my major again So I might have an extra semester here, but
Extra semester.
it's okay.
It's okay. We might be here that way anyways, so.
Yeah. I'm doing family and child sciences now, so yeah.
Thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
That's us.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
No, I know. I'm so
Mhm.
excited. This is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
I've missed it. Okay. So today we're talking about learning to like yourself, which is a really, really rough topic, I think. Sometimes I think it also could go along with our identity conversation that we had as well. So if we remember anything of what we talked about then, we can tie that in. Yeah. So why do you think so many people struggle with self-acceptance? Like, even as Christians, a lot of people struggle with self-acceptance. Why is that?
I feel like a lot, like, social media and, like, norms of today, like, having, like, the perfect image, like, even, like, families, like, perfect family image, like, I mean, I've known, like, families that, like, the hot girl summer and stuff, like, they gotta, like, get exercise and stuff to be, like, this perfect body, like, skinny, perfect hair,
We're actually
perfect
friends with
face
someone.
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, at least in our society, everything is a competition and
Yes.
everything is a comparison.
Well, yes.
You're you're never not just yourself. You will always. It's just the way that we're raised at this point. It's not intentional. Most parents are not out here going, but look at this person. Why are you not like them? It's just they think that way, and so they end up passing that on to their children, and so like that's pretty much, especially with social media, because there's never not someone better than you, one swipe away.
Yeah.
To always compare yourself to.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of identity crisis in that as well, where you think that you're doing fine, and then you like have all these friends, and I'm speaking this from experience with a friend in our group, who you have all these friends, and then you feel like you're not part of them. You feel like you can't match the energy that they have, so you feel like you just don't agree. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Okay. And so you just don't agree, and so then you start self-isolating yourself, and I think once you start self-isolating yourself, you start to dig for deeper things on the phone and stuff, to kind of give you an answer of what life is and what the reality of life is. And I really think that is what a lot of people struggle with whenever accepting themselves, is the fact that, like, once you isolate yourself, you don't have anybody to continue to tell you, like, hey, you're doing a good job. Because so that I think that's really hard for people too, to kind of accept themselves even as a Christian. I mean, we go to a Christian college, and yeah.
I don't think you will find a single person on this campus who, if you went up to them and asked them what would they change about themselves, their answer would be no, nothing.
Yeah.
Every single person on this campus, for sure, struggles with that. I mean, we're at that age also, and sometimes it gets better, sometimes it doesn't. I know grown people, I say that like I'm not an adult, I know grown people in their 40s, 50s, 60s who still worry about the number on the scale, or what their peers think about them, or what's being said in Facebook group chats. Like, it boggles my mind. So I have made a personal goal to try and get out of the habit of worrying about those things now before I get to that age, because I realize that age is not what's gonna change that.
Yeah.
It works for some people. I know a lot of people, this is something my mom and I have talked about before. She goes, I'm at that age, I don't care. Say what you want to say about me, I don't care. I know what's true. You can keep your opinions to yourself.
Yeah.
And I love her for that. That was a really good message I need to hear. But I was like 15 at the time, and I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? So
she made us really yummy spaghetti.
Yeah,
And
it was really good. And tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah.
I didn't get to try the
No,
tacos.
they were turkey too.
Really?
Yeah, because she had a ton of extra turkey.
Really? That's so funny.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember who I was talking to the other day, but a lot of like our lives now is figuring out your future, which if you listen to our last podcast, it's called Fear of the Future.
It just came out yesterday as
Yes,
of right
it
now.
did.
It's very late.
Yeah. But I was talking to somebody about how I feel like we're all growing in our own ways, and with me getting married in, oh my gosh, what month is it? March?
Yeah.
7 months?
Yeah.
Ugh! No, 12.
No.
No.
9?
9 months. I'm getting married in 9 months. That's scary to me, and I think a lot of like what my brain process is going through is I need to do this next, I need to do this next, I need to do this next, I need to do this next. I'm not like actively seeking. I wasn't. I am now. I wasn't actively seeking attention from my friends, if that makes sense. So I felt like I was self-isolating myself in that way as well.
Connection,
Connection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not attention, but connection. I wasn't actually seeking connection, and because I felt like I'm grown up now. I have so many more things on my plate, and I'm not going to be in college after next semester. I'm going to be student teaching in Nashville. I'm not going to be here in our little old town anymore.
Don't say that to me.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
And so I think a lot of what was going on in my brain was like, I'm growing up now. I have to be thinking about all these things. And so I was self-isolating myself and like not being able to accept the fact that I can be myself, have friends, and still be able to do my work, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah.
How does seeing ourselves through God's eyes differ from the world's perspective?
I mean, I say this like every episode, but he quite literally made you. And set, again, this is another thing with self-image, set aside the part of you that wants to critique yourself, but if you make something, if you spend weeks on a project, I knit, for example, if I spend weeks, maybe months knitting something, even if it's not perfect, I'm going to be very, very proud that I finished it. How do you think he feels?
I pulled a stitch out of my butt. I'm so sorry.
Oh my word.
That's what it's gonna look like on there. I'm so sorry.
We're having a serious talk.
No.
And then
I'm so sorry.
How do you think he feels after having made you? In his image, mind you. He's like made a bajillion self-portraits. And that's us. I don't know. Like the world, even as Christians, I struggle sometimes to not judge people for existing, frankly, for the way they look, for the way they act, for what they wear. I mean, I hate to say it, I'm a very judgmental person. I would very rarely say those things out loud, but my first instinct is very often a hateful reaction, which is awful, and I hate that about myself. But it's something I'm working on. But never in a million years would that be his first reaction to you. And I had something I was going to say, and I forgot it. Just that even as a Christian, there is always the struggle of remembering that the people around you are also his creation. It's not just you finding your way through this world. We're meant to connect with each other and to push each other to do better. And that's something that a lot of people struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
There's just this innate want to hate everything. So there will always be a critical eye out in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh my word, the words are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. There will always be a critical eye in the world, but that's not who you're supposed to look to for guidance. So, that's how it differs. It's just there's a support that will never ever leave you high and dry, and there's the people who are going to, not believe in you until you've made it, and now it's, hey, how are you, all the time. That's just how people are sometimes.
We, as people, define our worth through love. And I think that is a really big thing, because, Psalm 139:14 says, I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. God made you. Fearfully and wonderfully. I'm sorry, that is my water bottle and it sounds like a fart. Anyways.
Natalie farted.
No!
She did.
It says, I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And I did a devotional on this, the week of Tech Week? Yeah, Tech Week
for our show.
I did it on Wednesday. And one of my main topics was, yes, the world may make you compete for attention, but God has never once made you compete for his love. That is, I think, the biggest takeaway that I had from all of that. I wrote it, but like, I think there's such wonder or coolness in the fact that God loves you enough that he made you exactly the way you are. You were a part of his plan the entire time. And there's this, I keep seeing this pop up on my my For You page on TikTok and Instagram. And it's like, how cool is it that the God who made those pretty sunsets that we're like all really obsessed with it made you too? Like, that's just like mind-boggling.
I feel like for me, sometimes I just forget that people are actually people.
Yeah.
And like, back to like the judging thing, like I see people in a different club or like in a different like friend group and I associate them with that, but then I kind of forget like those people are made by God too. Like I don't see their not their insides. I don't see their
guts.
I don't see their inside like struggles. I just see what's on the outside. And
Words are hard.
I just like back to what I said, like sometimes I just forget that people are actually living and doing their thing. And sometimes I just think that it's me in the world and it's like, oh wait, there's actually people like trying to do the same thing as me.
Yeah, there's people that are trying to get the same job as you.
Yeah.
And that's really crazy. Yeah, that's really crazy. Job.
Yeah.
My knee popped.
Stitch!
I tried to save him. Sorry.
Oh.
It's okay. I have another one.
Oh my word.
Oh no. We're okay. Sorry guys, I had to adjust.
Next question?
Okay.
Goodness.
Why do comparison, social media, and past mistakes make self-liking so difficult?
My word.
I have a lot of mistakes from my past, and like my best friend now, like I had a whole point that I wasn't even like talking to her because I had a friend that would like just feed me things of like I shouldn't hang out with her because she hangs out with these people, and like I was in junior high at the time and I'm like naive and however old I was, probably like
What grade was it?
like 6th grade.
So 14.
Yeah.
Nope, 13, 12,
No.
13.
I was 14 when I went to high school, which is crazy to like think of that.
12, 13-ish.
Yeah, and like What was the question?
Why do comparison, social media, and past mistakes make self-liking so difficult?
Yeah, so just like that whole thing, like just going through like the junior high stages of wanting to be like everybody else and looking back at that and I'm like, why did I ever like stoop that low that I was gonna just put my best friend in the dirt? And like I don't even remember half of it. Like I couldn't, like she remembers it because it happened to her, but I'm like, I would never do that. Like me now, like I just no.
No.
Like, but it's still like kind of like I guess like haunts you, like all those mistakes that you made like in the past. It's like, but for me I feel like I can just like do better. Like I can,
Yeah, Rachel, do better.
I can like,
Ooh, don't look at the toes.
like yeah, those mistakes are there, but and like it's kind of scary because it's like, yeah. Sorry. But like there's room for like improvement now. Like I'm older, wiser,
And more mature.
smarter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. You made me think of like our junior high selves. So me, Rachel, our friend Jenna, and our friend Maddie, we went through our old Instagram accounts where we were like really cringy. I think we showed you this.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Yeah, we were really
Jenna
cringy.
also looked
Link
through my
tonight,
old
guys.
TikToks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
of them.
Yeah, we all went through like our old like social media accounts, and it was a lot of like, for me specifically, I looked like such a nerd back then. I had like the little square glasses, you know.
It's totally different from the ones you wear now.
Yeah, these aren't square; they're circle.
Are they?
Yeah. Circle.
Okay.
They're like the little square, like nerdy glasses that only fit your eyes. They don't actually like frame your face like these do.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had those, and I would always wear this like a half up, really high ponytail with my half down hair with a bow in my hair. And I can't tell you the amount of times, like, I would watch YouTube and stuff on my mom's phone. I would watch, like, I guess at that time it was Musical.ly, which I feel really old saying at that time it was Musical.ly. It was Musical.ly. And I would watch these, like, influencers be like, what's up, guys, blah, 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 blah. And so I would get on my Instagram account and embarrass myself. There'd be, like, one like on it every time, and it was always my mom. But it was like, hey, guys, you should follow my Musical.ly account. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact, like, I was trying to compare myself to all those really pretty influencers that I don't think I could even remember their names now, which sounds really bad, but, like, I was trying to compare myself to people on the internet who pay a whole bunch of money to look the way they look. And that has to do with comparison on social media. Not just comparison to my friends, but comparison on social media is the worst possible comparison, I think, that anybody could ever have. Because you're sitting there, you're looking at somebody who pays gobs of money to look like they do, act like they do, and get paid to do it. Which, you're good. Which I think is, I think however old I was, that was in 2018, so I'm not gonna do the math. However old I was,
12?
yeah, I wanted to be so much like them, and it would hurt whenever I only got one like from my mother on Instagram. Granted, it was a private account, so like there's not really gonna be much in there, but like I remember feeling so upset that only one person was liking it.
I feel like I tend to still do that today. Like I'll post something on like Facebook or Instagram or even like my story, and I'm always like looking through to see who's been like looking at it or like who liked it and like wanting that like feedback.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't need that all
See,
the time.
I'm so sorry. I know you're trying to talk. I think that a lot of that has to do with the fact, like, whenever we were young, we would all like have these like big crushes on these like boys, right? And it would always be just you.
I don't have a crush.
Shut up, guys.
I have a crush.
So do you. Me too. Yeah. Hi, Pookie.
Austin.
Luke. Anyways, I have these big crushes on these boys.
Yeah, and I think that every time we look at our feed and they like didn't like it or anything, that would be like the biggest hurt ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And like it would tear you down. Like if they didn't look at your story, oh my gosh, it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All because a boy didn't want to look at your story.
Like they look at stories anyways.
Because
For
I
real.
like to. I know Austin just flips through. He just.
Mhm.
I took Luke's phone and I turned on notifications for my page so that when I post something, he's notified so he knows he can go like it. What was the question again?
Why do comparison, social media, and past mistakes make self-liking so difficult?
Oh my word. Okay, so right now we live in this very prominent cancel culture
Yes.
where you can make a mistake now or you could have made a mistake 10 years ago and you will be crucified over it. Genuinely. You will have, I mean, people will send you hate mail, death threats. They'll try to find your house. They'll dox you. It's crazy what people will do
People are
because
weird.
they don't like the actions that you made in your past.
Yeah.
We live in a society where forgiveness is not the main go-to. It's actually frowned upon in most cases at this point to forgive people for their actions. I've been watching, so random. I've been watching a lot of Moist Critical recently.
What's that?
He's a streamer.
Oh, okay.
If you saw a picture of him, you'd know who I was talking about.
Okay.
But he watches a lot of like body cam footage and courtroom cases and all this stuff, and he just like talks about them on stream. And I've been watching more and more of that, and I've noticed a common pattern is that people will say things in the court like, I'm supposed to forgive this person, and his immediate reaction is always, no, that's stupid, that's unforgivable, don't do that. That doesn't make you a better person just for forgiving someone for this and this and this. And I agree with him on a lot of things about like morals in general, mostly just the little things that he says. Overall, probably not. But this is one thing that I will die on this hill. It does make you a better person to forgive. That is the one thing that will break someone.
Mm-hmm.
And to grow up in a world where you're taught to forgive and no one is willing to forgive you in return, they will try to hold things over you the rest of your life, and that is so terrifying. Mm-hmm. So the fear is not only to be super critical of yourself just because you don't want to be who you are, but there is this looming fear that if you slip up at any point with anything, the world is going to hate you forever.
Sorry.
It is the rain. Oh my word. It's
Should we
moving
close the
window.
window?
Yeah, that pot's
Those
going to
cactuses
fall on
are
Rachel's
gonna,
head.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
We've got a severe thunderstorm warning coming for us.
One thing that the Bible teaches. One thing that the Bible teaches is that you are never unredeemable. I have a quote. Mm-hmm. Can you pull up my Instagram really quick?
Yeah.
I have a quote on my bio on Instagram. It's not from anywhere. I just said it one day, and I keep it there as a reminder for myself.
You will never be too broken to be accepted by the hands that made you.
You will never be too broken to be accepted by the hands that made you. And if the person who made you will accept you as a pile of shattered pieces, why is the world not doing the same? And that's what's scary, is that you believe that this person, that God himself will accept you, but you know that the people around here won't. And that is the terrifying part, is that you might break, and people would see that, and they would break you more. That's the goal.
There was
is always to judge without. I mean, it's we call it justice, and that's not the case. It's just terrible. Like, we shouldn't be treating people like this.
There was a really eye-opening video that they actually showed in chapel. I don't remember when they did this, but I was crying. I was sobbing my eyeballs out. And I don't know if you guys can look this up, but it's this woman who killed this guy's brother. I don't remember the circumstances.
Talked about this before.
Have we? Yeah.
On the podcast.
Yeah. I don't remember the circumstances I think it was in our forgiveness episode.
It was.
Yeah.
She walked into his apartment thinking it was her own.
Yeah.
And shot him in self-defense.
Yes. And whenever they were in court, the brother got up and hugged her and said, "I forgive you." In court.
Yeah.
After she killed his brother. I was sobbing, and that was a really eye-opening forgiveness thing for me, because I feel like I look at people and I'm like, ugh, why do you gotta be better than me?
Yeah.
You know? Which is such a really bad thing for me to say. But in all reality, I think a lot of us think that too. Why do you get better grades than me? Why do you do this better than me? And I think accepting who you are as with that talent that you have, and forgiving them for being better than you is such a big eye-opening fact. If that makes sense.
I think so.
Yeah, you have to accept who you are to be happy with who you are, and it's really hard in today's day and age, but you do.
Yeah.
It is so windy. You could hear
I know,
you can hear it against the
things
wall.
are creaking.
Yeah.
We're under a severe weather, a severe thunderstorm warning right now until 7 p.m. tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we supposed to get any tornadoes or anything? You know, probably not.
I didn't see anything on the weather app.
Yeah.
Just thunderstorm.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go clean my car today. That might not happen. The weather doesn't calm down.
Okay. How can negative self-talk affect mental, emotional, and spiritual health?
Oh my word. I didn't even realize this
Uh-huh.
until it was happening. I have always been someone to struggle with this for years. As most of you know, if this is your first episode, you don't. I am a suicide attempt survivor. I struggle with suicidal ideation pretty regularly, even now. It's not common, and it's not intentional, but the thoughts, they never go away. At least not for me. Being happy is something I know a lot of people struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem that I have realized is that I have focused on finding happiness rather than putting myself in situations where I might be. Is there lightning happening, or am I just seeing things?
I think it's the lamp.
Okay. It's just buzzing then.
Yeah.
And every time I blink, it
Yeah.
So, being that I've had a terrible history with wanting to be on this planet in general, I don't talk very highly of myself. I'm getting better with it, but in high school especially, it was rough. Very rough. I didn't have anything nice to say. I didn't want to look in mirrors. I would shower with the lights off. I would brush my hair in a separate room. I would never look in the mirror if I didn't have to. I didn't want to be seen at school. I would wear as much black as possible and stay as far away from people as possible. I didn't want anyone to notice me. I did not want to be perceived at all. And that came from the way that I talked about myself. I have noticed that throughout the years, and having Luke has helped a lot, having you guys has helped a lot, where I'm seeing other people's perspective of me and realizing it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, and every few months, I have a moment where everything clicks for just a second, and it's probably just some kind of manic episode or something, but I'm like, I figured it out, everything's gonna be better now. But every few months or so, I'll have a moment where I go, I just need to do better. And sometimes that's enough to... I'm very bad at explaining this. Okay. I will stop the negative self-talk, and I will actively choose to try and be more positive in a situation. The last few days, actually, I've started putting sticky notes on my mirror. I think they fell down because they don't really stick when the shower's going. But I have one that like says you are amazing, one that says Jesus loves you, and I try to keep like reminders in my phone and stuff, and just reminding myself that I am not, this giant failure that I feel like all the time. I'm trying to take care of myself more, and by doing that, I have to remind myself I am worth taking care of. I have been drinking more water in the last week than I probably have the rest of my college career. And I'm actually out now because I've been drinking so much during this. But, yeah.
If you want some, you can have some.
Thanks. But, I've been trying to just keep my hygiene up better, and to try and work out more, and to eat better, and to drink more water, to get my schoolwork done on time, to make time for my friends, to make time for myself, to make time for my hobbies and my interests, because frankly, I would not be doing any of that if it were not for the self-talk that I'm having, where I look at myself in the mirror every day and I say, I am worth it. I have to keep going. Because this is a phrase I've been seeing a lot recently, and outside of redemption, outside of, Jesus quite literally dying on the cross for you and giving you the opportunity to be in heaven, outside of heaven, no one is going to save you. And that's kind of scary to hear sometimes, but that's the truth. You can look to other people for help, but they'll never be able to do for you what you can do for yourself. And all it really takes is just being a little more positive. I've been staying off my phone more. I've realized this recently when we were talking about people's reposts on social media. I will only repost things that I find funny or relatable. And looking through other people's reposts, there's so many negative things. And frankly, it's something that I've done almost subconsciously, where just over time I've gotten better at not really harboring in on that for long periods of time. So looking through other people's reposts is frankly shocking to me, because I'm thinking, how do you live like this?
It's kind of depressing.
When that was just me 2 years ago. It is shocking with just trying to change your mindset, even passively. You don't even have to do it actively. Like yesterday, oh my word, yesterday I was having like the worst day ever. It was hot outside, and I was just grumpy, and I hadn't eaten enough, and I had to walk home. Yuck. And I was not having it. I didn't want to hang out with anybody. I did. Anyways, I still went to the gym. I still cooked dinner. I still got my schoolwork done. I still uploaded an entire YouTube video last night. Huh?
Did you go to Bible?
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, we forgot to tell you.
Yeah, I know. I was the only one in the back row. I still went to all my classes, even though my friends weren't there. I still, I still did all this stuff. Did we have rehearsal yesterday? Yeah. I still went to rehearsal yesterday, even though I didn't feel like going.
She played a man.
I played every single role so that everyone would be able to figure out what was going on. Yeah. I still went to the gym with my friends. I still went on a walk. I still did my schoolwork. I did all these things that I did not want to do, even in a bad mood, but I told myself it's worth it, and you will be less stressed if you can just get through it. And, oh my word, even a few months ago, last year, Aubrey, shocked. Yesterday, Aubrey, shocked that I even did that, because I'm still struggling with it, but it's passive. I'm not actively fighting myself on it, but I just chose, on a whim, to just get it done anyways. And it is a wonder what just talking to yourself nicely will do. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a lot, sorry.
No, you're good. You just made me think about something. So over Christmas break, I bought my wedding dress. And it is so pretty and so gorgeous. and it's a princess dress, and I wish I could show you guys, but I can't because my fiance will watch this.
We'll upload a video after the wedding.
Yeah. A little wedding day vlog.
Yes. We'll be there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Anyways, it took me forever, I think, in my brain for me to tell myself, like, that day, like, obviously we were only there for like an hour because that was the allotted time that David's bridal gives you. But it took me a long time to I sat in the dressing room with this wedding dress on. I knew it was gorgeous on me. I knew it was. But it took me forever to actually accept the fact that it was really pretty on me, which was really sad. And the only way that, like, it finally clicked for me, which, like, I love my family so much. It was, okay, so the people who came were my mom, my grandma, my brother, and my sister-in-law. I love them all dearly. And they were all going, it's really, really beautiful. And I think, oh my gosh, it's so weird to me how this even clicked in my brain. But whenever Aaron, my brother, I love my brother dearly, he goes, wow, sis, that's really pretty on you. That's when I was like, oh, it is really pretty on me. I look up to my brother like nobody else's business. It's really crazy. And I love him so dearly, and I wish we had more time as kids, but that's just the reality of life. And I think it took me a while. Like, that was a lot of negative self-talk in my brain, being like, that day in the dressing room, I was like, I shouldn't be getting married. I'm not worth it. I shouldn't be getting married at all. This dress is way too expensive. I feel really bad. Like, I can't do this. Nope. And I was just thinking about going to, like, Goodwill and getting, like, a white dress and being fine with it. But, like, my grandma bought it. I love my grandma. And it took me a really long time to actually accept the fact that I looked really pretty in that dress, which I do. I love that dress.
She looked so hot in that dress.
Mm-hmm.
I love that
I'm gonna
dress.
ball my ass out.
And
my word, when she walks down the aisle.
Oh, we're all gonna lose it. Yeah.
And then on top of that, so that's just like one tiny little thing that happened within like a 5-minute span in the dressing room. I had no mirrors around me either, except for when I walked out. So I was just standing there, and I think the lady knocked on my door, and she was like, "Is everything okay in there?" And I went, "Yeah." And I had it on, everything was fine, but it took me until my brother was like, "Wow, sis, that's really pretty on you," which was crazy to me because everybody was telling me that was gorgeous on me. Everybody, even like people that were just shopping for dresses in there. Anyways, that was a big thing, and then also, I think whenever we had our fight or whatever it was, our little moment freshman year, after all that crap happened. There was a lot going on in my brain, and like even me and Rachel, oh my gosh, have gone through so much drama together. It's kind of really crazy. It's like, it's insanity. And it's always with one person, and it's always about the same thing, and it always stems over like lies. That's what it always stems over, which is really crazy to me. But all that aside, is the fact that whenever I do have these issues with friends, especially with Aubrey, because I did not want to lose Aubrey. She was one of my first friends here. It was the hardest thing of my life to like have this friendship breakup. It was so hard, and I was like, am I even worth having friends? Like, what is this? Like, it was, if I can't keep the one person that isn't my roommate, that is closer to me than my roommate, sort of, we were all really close, but like, the one person that's not the one friend that's not my roommate, if that makes sense. If I can't keep that, then like, am I worth like having other friends, or am I good enough to be a good friend? And I am so glad. I will never ever regret coming to you guys and being like, guys, we've got to figure this out. Because I mean, the podcast wouldn't exist. I don't think I'd be who I am today if I didn't have the friends I have now. I love my friends so dearly. And gosh, Rachel and I have been through it.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of, I think, negative self-talk in the fact that I felt like I had no friends. And I felt really alone. So, yeah.
I struggle with that for real.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't go away when you have friends. There are days we were working on Natalie's scene for her directing class, and if you don't know Natalie very well, you wouldn't believe me when I said it, but she can get a bit bossy. And she knows it.
Yeah.
So she got into director mode, and she was very much, go here, stand here, do this, stop right now, I have another thing I want to add to this. And being in that, after being in a show together and being all buddy for so long.
We were sisters in the show.
We were sisters. We were hugging and we were all over each other. Yeah, crying, fighting, like all of it.
Yeah.
To go from that to this very other drastic change where she's the boss of me now was very difficult for me to wrap my head around. And so I told her this the other day. She said that first thing to me of stop, do this instead, and I went, oh, we're not friends anymore. She's my boss now. We can't be friends anymore. She doesn't. Things have changed, and I struggle with this with Luke too. He's oh my word, he's perfect. He's amazing. I have this smoke show of a husband, and he's don't laugh. He is.
Yeah. I feel like I can't agree here.
I have this amazing man in my life who, he's the perfect combination of, funny and smart and interested in all these nerdy things, and I love him dearly, and he knows how to handle me in almost every situation. Sometimes he panics, and that's okay, because I'm a bit much. But I will screw up. I will say something I shouldn't have said. I will not have things done when I said I was going to have them done. Just something will happen, and I will just feel not enough. And my first instinct is, he is too good for me. I don't deserve him. And he's had to talk me out of those thoughts a few times, because that's not fair to myself. And it's also not fair to him because he chose me. He made that decision. So to question your worth based on who you're around also questions your friends and your loved ones based on their choice to stand by you anyways, despite your faults. I mean, it's heartbreaking. If one of them were to come to me and say, why do you deal with me? Why am I worth it? Oh my word. I would break down. The thought that you don't trust my judgment enough to believe me when I say that you two are worth it to me, I would lose it. I would feel so hurt myself. I would question my own judgment for them to come to me and be like, why do you even like me as a person? That's something that I struggle with for sure. And it's so hard to put that on the other person and say, why do you even like me? I don't know, maybe because you're awesome, maybe because you're really cool, maybe because you're funny. I know I'm funny, I know I'm cool, I know I'm super hot and, everything. Period. So, for me to question it is more of an insult to the other person, as well as an insult to myself. It destroys everything. Stop questioning why the people in your life care about you and just accept it. That makes it so much easier for everyone. Yeah.
I want to get this tapestry. So, my phone background is Shrek. And it says, "You can do this, girl." I'll show it. You probably can't see it, but we can
send it to
put
me
a little
and
picture.
I'll put the picture.
Here, it's right here.
Yeah. And my motivations, there's so many motivations to get up in the morning. One being my friends and my background on my phone. Because every day I open it up and I see Shrek just running.
You can do this, girl.
And saying, "You can do this, girl." And, I can.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah.
even though there's like hard things going on in life, or like my brain is telling me that I can't do it, it's wrong because I can. And yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
Next question.
Why is self-acceptance not the same as pride or selfishness?
There's a threshold. There's a difference between believing you're the best thing that's ever been, and it frankly it has more to do with your relationship with other people than it does with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you see yourself in relation to others. Self-acceptance is purely, it doesn't matter who else is in the room, you are choosing to love yourself anyways. There could be the person that you want to be most in the world standing in the room with you, and you have the option to be that person, and self-acceptance is saying, no, I'm okay being who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to be happy about who you are all the time. I know I'm most certainly not happy with who I am all the time. I am not who I want to be, and even if I was who I wanted to be, I'd probably still find something wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to change right now into the person who I want to be with no past memory of the life that I was once living, I'd still find something different I want to change about myself. Mm-hmm. So that's more to do with who you are, and doing what you can to be a better person, and accepting that your personality, your physical features, your temperament are not things you can change. Only your behavior. Mm-hmm. And you can change some of your physical features. You know, I'm sitting here with a ton of piercings in my face and painted nails, and, you know, my hair's dyed in a very strange way. And, you know, I have a certain haircut. I wear certain clothes. Those are the things you can change. That's the way you can present yourself. Outside of actually physically altering your body with plastic surgery, which I wouldn't recommend to anyone, there's not much you can do for your physical features. And another thing to think about really quick while we're on physical features, this is one of my favorite trends on TikTok and Instagram. When I first saw it, loved it. Looking at yourself dead in the face and realizing that you are the product of all the people who came before you loving each other. That's all it took. You are simply a product of love. Even if you were not conceived in love, even if someone you're related to was not conceived in love, it doesn't matter where in the lineage it was, your face is a product of thousands of people coming together and loving each other. Mm-hmm. I just think that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I was going to say something else. What was the question again?
Oh, let me find it. Hold on.
You're good.
Why is self-acceptance not the same as pride or selfishness?
Pride and selfishness. Okay. Pride is something different. Pride is something we all still struggle with very much. Pride has to do with your relationship with other people. And pride and selfishness kind of go hand in hand. You have to be somewhat prideful to believe that you are worth the things that you want. In the way that selfishness describes it, more than believing that you're worth it. Pride and selfishness, it's, to a point, straight comes down to your relationship with other people. It comes down to comparison. Pride would be you thinking you are better than everyone else. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason. It doesn't really matter, because you're not. No one is better than anyone else. You can only be better than yourself. That's how it goes. And selfishness, it doesn't really fit into like self-image really, but I can understand just the word being used along with pride. But it's just, there's the difference between self-acceptance and pridefulness is how you're viewing it. If you are wanting to do better, to show that other person that you're doing better than they are, or if you think you just are better without having to put in any work, that is pride. If you're wanting to do better because you know you're made in God's image and you want to follow His word and you want to be better for you and the people around you, to benefit yourself and your friends and family and your society as a whole, that is self-acceptance. There's always this inkling of doing better to accept yourself. And that'll probably come up later. I'll save that. I'll let someone else talk. That'll come up later for sure.
I mean, I think you kind of
Said everything
said
there is to say.
everything. I really don't like this question. I don't think it's fair to compare self-acceptance to pride or selfishness, because I really think if you honestly, if you were prideful or selfish, you think highly of yourself. Sometimes pride can stem from the fact that you don't feel well enough about yourself, so you have to put it on a pedestal. But I really don't think it's fair to compare it, because self-acceptance is worth, and pride is just not. And I think that's what I wanted to say.
And like, it's okay to be like proud of yourself, but
Yeah.
whenever it does get to that point where it's like, oh well, I did this, so I'm better than this person because I did this thing and they couldn't do this. That's whenever it's like, you need to like tone it back a bit, you know.
Yeah. What helped you start seeing yourself in a healthier, God-centered way? I have an answer. I had to think about it for a second. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Austin. I love
Shout out
Austin.
to Austin.
Austin, oh my gosh,
He's pretty chill.
he's pretty cool. I love him so much, and the best thing that's ever happened to me, if I'm being so completely honest. Besides my friends, of course, but Austin is my first ever serious boyfriend, and now we're getting married. That's crazy. We're coming up on 2 years in April. Get out. What is life? Stop. Anyways. But okay, so at the beginning of our relationship, yeah, get it.
It's a little chilly.
El Diablo. We would have a whole bunch of talks about the fact that I'm terrified. I was terrified of commitment at the beginning of our relationship. And what was I saying? Oh, and there would be a lot of times where I would be questioning the fact of like, if I was good enough to continue with this relationship. I thought he was gonna break up with me because I wasn't good enough. That is not true. He would never planned on it. He's the coolest guy ever. But there was one specific moment in which we had to have a whole sit down conversation, in which he was like, Natalie, we've been together for so long. Why do you still feel this way? This was before we got engaged. This was like last year. Like, why do you still not feel worth it enough? Why, honestly, like what you were saying earlier, why are you questioning my judgment of you? And I had to sit and I had to think about it. And the way that we kind of like made it work was, instead of me like coming to him about all these things that were happening in life, which I think all the things that were happening in life that year was actually terrible, and I wouldn't stop complaining about it. And I think that also takes a toll on your self-acceptance and your mental health, because the way that things are happening to you, how people are treating you and stuff like that, kind of puts you in a little trench. And so finally we came to the conclusion where I would start journaling what I was feeling in the moment. And as soon as I started journaling, I was like so much better. I have never felt we weren't talking yet. But I have never felt so good about myself. And that's when I started, I think everybody could see a difference in who I was before and who I am today, because of the fact that Austin was like, why don't you journal it? Why don't you write down all of your feelings so that you're not constantly going to somebody about it? Because at this point, you're just beating a dead horse, which I can't lie, I've done a lot of beating dead horses this semester, and I really need to stop. But, like, just journal it so that way it's written down. If you feel like it's hurting you in any way, read it. Read what you read. Whoa. Read what you wrote. That way you're like, okay, I already wrote it down. I don't need to go tell anybody else about this. Because self-acceptance can come a lot from also, I think, talking about other people too. I think that is, yeah, really bad. So, yeah, I think Austin helping, like, I think there was one time that made me really, opened my eyes to this, about the fact that I changed, is whenever Aubrey and I became friends again, we were talking about it, and yeah, she was like, you had this different glow about you. And that was when I knew, like, I finally it took me a really long time to finally actually accept God into my life. That's when I finally accepted God into my life, because I wasn't letting the negative emotions define who I am. If that makes sense. And I let the love of God define who I am instead of what other people are saying to me. Yeah, I think you guys could probably hear we have a really good microphone now, so you can probably hear the rain.
We'll see if it picks up on noise, or room noise. What's the question?
What helped you start seeing yourself in a healthier, God-centered way?
God. I have to admit, I have not been reading my Bible very often. I have been struggling going to church a lot recently. It's hard to get up. And I've noticed that the longer that I allow myself to do that, the harder it gets to keep this positive image of myself. When the person who loves you most in the whole world isn't right in your ear telling you everything, and you can't really feel it as often when you're not actively searching for it, it's been difficult to want to accept myself when I feel like I can't even let him accept me. And obviously, the quotes are coming from me, and I'm telling you, you have to accept yourself. I struggle with it so much. Oh my word. This is a rough conversation. It's so hard to be open about stuff like this.
It's hard to tell other people, accept yourself, when we struggle.
I feel like a fraud saying that.
Yeah.
I feel like a faker. I feel like I'm lying to you. I feel like I'm lying to you guys by having this conversation with you and feeling like I know it sounds like we know so much about what we're talking about sometimes. I'm sure there's people out there who will disagree. But
never mind.
Probably anyone older than us is like, girl, you have no idea. But
our parents.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
Exactly. But oh my word. But the person who knows you better than anyone else in the world, and who will tell you over and over again how much he loves you, and how much he wants you, and how much he just can't get enough of you. He created everything. I love thinking about that. Like the sunsets. Sunsets aren't even my favorite thing. He made all the weird stuff too.
Yeah.
He made bones, and he made frogs, and he made bugs and rocks and dirt. I love dirt so much. I love dirt. Nobody loves dirt more. Well, maybe people who study dirt. I don't love dirt that much. Not to a scientific degree, but I love dirt in the way that people love to go to like the opera, but they could never like train themselves to be an opera singer, you know? I just love dirt. He did that. And I think he had me in mind. I think he had me and a few other people in mind when he was making dirt. He was like, oh, they gonna love this, you know? It's just... And that's another thing. It's not just that he created you, but he created all these things that you love with you in mind. Mm-hmm. He knew every single person that was ever going to exist on this planet that was going to love this one specific thing. He created music, and he created language, and he created colors, and all of these beautiful things, and he created you. And that is something that I still can't, I mean, he created the vast, ever-growing expanse of space. That is terrifying. This man, this dude, God, created black holes, planets, stars, galaxies. And also the little leaves on the trees and the little bugs that live down there. The ant that is no bigger than the head of a pin.
Pin.
Yeah. Sorry.
And he made you. Mm-hmm. Don't cry. Don't do it. No crying. Not today. I don't know if I'm wearing my waterproof mascara, so I will not be testing that theory. But God. And everything around you. I mean, look around you. Find one thing that you find beautiful and know that you are made by the same creator that made that thing. Look at how cute these cactuses are.
Don't wait, Souls.
We're siblings.
Yeah.
Yep.
This picture. Oh,
it's
feeling.
falling.
Yeah. This picture, this canvas. His doing, his work. I mean, just if you just think about that for 2 seconds. I mean, watch a nature documentary. What is, like, think of, I mean, this is an exercise for any of you who are watching this. Find one thing that you like doing. If you don't want to go outside, that's fine. If you like nature and you don't want to go outside today, that's fine. Put on a nature documentary. If you like, I don't know, watching people, you know, put on a funny movie or something and like, get out a coloring book or go on a walk or watch, do anything, but find something you enjoy doing and know that the concept, the idea, the actual physical thing was created by him, and know that you were made by the same thing. You were made by the same God who made everything that you enjoy. So why not love yourself too? Go ahead. Next question. Someone else can take over.
Definitely my friends. This podcast really has
oh my gosh, yeah.
opened me up for sure. Like I'm the quiet soul on this podcast, but I know even though I don't talk as much as the others do,
we're yappers.
I know that I'm still very like important to this podcast and stuff. Like I'm Rachel.
You're Rachel.
She's Rachel.
She's
guys.
Rachel. I honestly don't think I could have gone through college without Rachel. That's it's like it's such a weird thing for me to say, but like
I thought you were like some like creep like
I know
forensic science major was on her Instagram, and then she texted me and the first thing was like, do you need a roommate or something like that? And I was like, sure, I already filled out the housing form, but sure. But then, like, we got here, and, like, we instantly, like, just clicked. And I was like, I'm gonna like this.
Yeah. Like, I can't cry either. Oh my gosh.
Don't do it. It's okay if you cry.
Like I've said before. Scary. One sec.
I don't think that should pick up on the microphone.
You don't think so? Okay. We have been through crap here. Like, the drama is unimaginable. Oh my gosh, if I could just sit and talk to you guys about everything that has happened in the 3 years that I've been here, I would.
And on a Christian campus.
Yeah, on a Christian campus at that. And, like, even because I know we had our little moment where we had our little friendship breakup. So Rachel has been my grounding force in it all because she's Rachel. Like, yeah, I mean, okay, I'm gonna be so completely honest. We've never had a fight with the exception of during recommended reading for girls. Ever. Mm-hmm. That was just how life was. Mm-hmm. But I think the stress of recommended reading for girls got to us, and I think that was definitely, we were all girls, and
it was a room full of 9 women.
Yeah.
And just nothing but passive aggressiveness.
Exactly. It was scary.
It was a lot.
And it was terrible, and it was awful, and nobody wanted to talk to each other. Yeah. If you ever have a problem with somebody, please go talk to them.
Please talk to them.
Please.
Oh, my word, please.
But, like I've said, with the exception of, like, being so stressed during recommended reading for girls, we've never had a fight, and we've created our own, like, unsaid boundaries with, like, life and stuff, because we live together, like, all of this stuff, and we are able to live in the same room and still be able to, which, I mean, since we're closer, I think, since we're, like, best friends, it's getting really hard to have these boundaries, so, like, next year she's gonna have her own little room, but we're gonna suite. Mm-hmm. Which is fine. It's literally the same exact thing, except she's just gonna have a room to herself. And it, like, okay, what I was saying, oh my gosh, I can't even, like, stay on track. I don't want to cry, so I'm, like, getting off of track. But, like, there has been, throughout all of this, one grounding force, and it's been my friends. It's been Rachel. It's been Aubrey. It's been Austin. It's been, like, our little group of, how many of us are there? There's Matt.
6.
It's been our little group of 6 people. And I love our tiny group. And yes, we adopt people here and there.
We have so many freshmen in our group.
Yes, we adopt people, and they're here, and we love them to death. I can't imagine my life without the little, like, without Jenna, without Emily, without Matt. I can't imagine my life without them. But they came this year. There's been one thing getting me through any negative self-talk I have, anything like that. And it's always been somebody in that friend group, in our little group of 6. I would come to Aubrey during recommended reading for girls and be like, what am I doing wrong?
Oh my word. We spent 30 minutes in a dressing room, locked in there together, sobbing with each other.
Yes.
It was crazy.
And, like, I have never felt so grounded in my life and who I am, just because I have these amazingly cool friends that are just, like, I'm gonna cry.
Don't, like, cry. Every single one of them just has a different thing about them.
Yeah.
That makes us stronger as a group, and it's like,
yeah,
what would I do without these people? Like,
yeah. And, like, thinking about graduating next year, and, like, not all, okay, I know, not all being here is terrifying. And I keep telling Rachel, I kept telling Jenna, I kept telling, like, everybody, if you ever need a place to escape, come to Nashville, because Austin and I have a house, just let me know before, because we want to see you. I don't think I could live life without them. Sorry. And so, yeah, I think a lot of, like, my friends being here has helped, and my fiance has helped a lot with, who I am today, and, like, the negative self-talk that I used to have in high school. Mm-hmm. High school, negative self-talk was terrible. I was told once that I was too good to be Ariel for this one person, for Little Mermaid, obviously. So I didn't audition, because it was my ex-best friend. She was like, you're too good at that. Don't do that, because then it's going to ruin my chances.
I quit band because my fellow band people and my band director was talking bad about me right in front of me.
Yeah.
And then instead of actually trying and doing better, I just quit because I thought I wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
I didn't do a show after almost 2 years after a bad experience because I didn't want to go through anything like that again.
Yeah. And then we sat, after our last show, we sat there sobbing to each other because it was probably our last show that we were going to act together in. And that is really sad. It's really sad.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry.
Word.
But all that being said, I really think that my grounding force obviously has been God, but God gave me these beautiful people to tell me, Natalie, you're being stupid. Stop.
And we will.
Yeah. Aubrey's my stage manager for my capstone performance. And I literally picked her because I know that she will be like, Natalie, that looks terrible. Don't do that. I had her for my little scene. I had her watch it with Rachel.
I'm in the scene, by the way.
Yeah,
so I had to stop acting, come out onto the...
I said, come over here. We were standing there like dads watching their kids at football. We were like, my hands were in my pocket. Like, Rachel was playing Tom and Maddie was playing Laura. And I was like, I just don't know if I like it.
And we're sitting here discussing, and they're sitting there like watching us on stage.
Which I know is what's going to happen whenever I do my capstone. It's going to be a lot of like me going, I like how that looks, but there's something else.
Yes.
Something else needs to happen here to make it make sense. Anywho's also...
Next question.
Yeah. I'm trying to I'm skipping through some of the questions because there's a lot, because we're already at an hour and 30.
An hour and a half. But
yeah.
The first 15 minutes were thumbnail and promo, so... And our episodes get longer every time, so...
Yeah. Ooh, this is a good one. What role does prayer play in recognizing our worth and identity in Christ?
Read it again.
What role does prayer play in recognizing our worth and identity in Christ?
I mean, I just said a prayer last night for the first time in forever, just to help me get to class and just feel better about myself and stuff like that. And just talking to God sometimes is just a relief. There's somebody there that's always going to listen. Even if it's not an instant thing, it's still, he's there and he does listen to that prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a weight off your chest that I can talk to this person and he cares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do, and I might sound a little schizophrenic to those of you who are not verbal prayers, or those of you who do not believe the same things we believe. One of my favorite things to do when I'm home alone, while I'm just doing stuff around the house, is just talk to him. Mm-hmm. I'm not even asking for anything. I'm just talking through my thoughts with the person who has to listen to me all the time.
He's like, Aubrey, what are you doing?
Exactly. I'm washing the dishes, and and I don't even know how to process what happened then, because this person was being so mean to me. Was something going on, or did I do something? What did I do? What do you think? I will actually have a conversation with him. That is one of my favorite things to do, is to just rant. You don't have to ask for anything. You don't have to oh my gosh. I mean, always ask, always pray for other people, always, thank him for everything. All of this. But you will never feel closer to him than when you feel like you're losing your mind while you're rambling on about whatever, and it feels like he's actually listening to you. And he is right now. I mean, he's part of this podcast, for crying out loud. But sometimes we forget that we can talk directly to him. Now, he does not respond. If you're hearing voices, seek help. But you have the word in front of you. You have everything you need to have a conversation with him. And the more you read it, the easier those conversations get, where you know what he would be saying to you if he were to talk directly to you.
I forgot to start a voice
memo. No, we're going to record it from here.
Oh, okay.
Because the audio is better from there anyway.
Okay, I was like,
no, you're good.
Scared.
And, I mean, knowing how he would respond gets easier the more you look into the word. Mm-hmm. So, do that. But, that's just one of my favorite things. Mm-hmm. I like being a little crazy, and I like, God, I'm folding blankets here, and what? I mean, what do I do in this situation, I love doing that. Because I like to talk to people. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people. Sometimes I don't want to have people talk back to me. Sometimes I want to have conversations. Sometimes I just want to talk. And this sounds a little self-centered. Sometimes I just want to talk and I want other people to shut up.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just need to process it myself, but I talk to process things. I can't just sit there in my own head and stew because I just go around on the same thought over and over again. It doesn't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. So, that works for me without having other people interject their thoughts and opinions and possibly wrong thoughts and opinions on my thought process.
Mm-hmm. The other day, okay, so our little, like, freshman friend group has been going through this whatever. And one of our friends was like, why don't we meditate?
Oh my word. I meditate.
Hold on. You are the person, Jenna, I love you.
Was it Jenna's idea?
Yes.
Yep. Oh, I love you, Jenna.
Full on ADHD was like, why don't we meditate? With ADHD 1, ADHD
and
2.
sleep so hard that you can literally blare jazz into her ear at full volume and she will not wake up.
Yeah. ADHD 2 and then Emily. Emily. Sitting there trying to meditate.
Maybe I need to be there next time.
Was the hardest thing ever. Because we were sitting there and Jenna was like, okay, close your eyes. And so we would all close our eyes and then one of us would like open up our eyes and like look at the other one and we'd start laughing. And Jenna was like, she was in it. She was going into it. She was like, breathe. We're going to think about our favorite place. We're going to do this. We're going to do this and do this. And then she goes, my favorite place is this. And she starts listing it off. She's actually like thinking about what she's feeling, where she's at, what she's doing, what she smells, what she tastes. And we're all just laughing at each other. Well, Jenna's just sitting there. And it looks like a seance. Oh my gosh, because she's like there. And we're all just like looking at each other going, and then she goes, Natalie, what do you see? And I was like, oh, I wasn't paying attention. And I think next time, which I think meditation is a really good thing if you can get people to like calm down. And at the time, I know we were all kind of like really angry at the situation that's going on. And I think it was really hard for us to just sit there because I know I would have said something I would have regretted if I was just sitting there in my thoughts. And that night, and what I think we should do next time if this happens again, is pray about it. That night I prayed about it and I felt so much better. I had a conversation. We played Repo with Austin. And we played Repo and he was like, Natalie, why don't you just figure it out? Why don't you go talk to the person that you're having issues with? And I was like, but I can't, because I'm so angry to the point that if I said something, I'm gonna say something that I regret and I'm gonna end up hurting them rather than figuring things out, which is really, really hard. I shouldn't be that way, but I am.
I mean, sometimes it's not the best to go and talk to that person. You need time to process.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean you talk to everyone all over God's green earth about it.
Yeah.
We're not saying talk about people behind their backs.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bring up a problem as soon as you're physically able to without doing any more damage.
Yeah. And at this point, I don't know how much I'm not even gonna say that. Never mind. But that night, I got off the game with Austin. We had played Repo. We played Overwatch, and I was like, he's right. I need to figure something out. And so I sat in my bed. Before I went to bed, I prayed about it. I was like, I asked God to help me feel better about the entire situation, because I didn't like feeling as bad as I did about myself because of how I was talked about and how my friends were talked about. And I sat there and I was like, don't let me be angry at this person anymore. And I did not sleep well that night because I think my brain was just rattling. I think God was keeping me up saying, you need to go talk to this person. You need to go talk to this person. You need to go talk to them right now. And I didn't. And I regret it. I do. But I didn't. But I prayed about it. And I felt better praying about it. But then I think God was answering me and was like, go talk. Because it's not gonna work itself out. It's not. That's just the reality of the situation. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go to the closing.
Okay.
Will this be the last one?
2.
Last 2.
Yeah. What encouragement would you give to someone who feels unworthy or hard to like?
You can do this.
Yes. Yes. You can. I genuinely... Most people who watch this podcast are actual friends of ours, not just random people on the internet. If you're a friend of ours, you have our contact information. Get in touch with one of us, and we'll sit you down, and we'll tell you straight to your face just how much we love you and how much you're worth it.
Yeah.
If you're not, we have an email. I'm gonna link socials again in the bio, so those will be down below, and you can DM any of us. You can email the podcast email account. I have access to that. And if you want...
I do too.
Yes. And if you want one of us in... Do you? I don't know.
I think so.
I didn't know you did. If you want one of us in particular, you can mention that in your email. We will get back to you. I can't... I'm so bad at words of encouragement. Because it has to be so generalized.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the Little Caesars app right now.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
we need
my
lunch.
word.
I'm ordering lunch.
Can we get breadsticks?
I got breadsticks. I am ordering lunch. I'm so sorry.
Hey, here's a word of encouragement. If you're feeling sad, don't be sad, because sad spelled backwards is das. And that's not good. And guess what? If you want to be a dinosaur, dinosaurs aren't sad.
That also spells das.
Yeah.
Can you tell they live together?
Can we put that in our promo video?
How many promos are we gonna have? I mean, it's the same thing I've been saying over and over again. Look around you. Find one thing that you love most in the world. That is made by the same creator as you. He had you in mind when he made it. And, I mean, to an extent, it was made for you. I don't know. I'm never going to get over that. I think that's the coolest thing in the world.
I think a lot of this entire episode has been giving encouragement to you guys. So I think what we need to do to encourage each other, because we do struggle with self-acceptance. That's just the reality of life. And we're sitting here and we're talking to you guys about the fact that, like, accept yourself.
Accept yourself.
Yeah.
Love yourself. Accept yourself.
Sorry. And I think, like, I think my encouragement would be to talk it out. Talk it out with your bestest friends. Yeah. Because I sit here and I'm so glad we got back into the podcast recording, because, I mean, yes, we were busy, but we needed to sit and talk. That was one of my grounding forces last semester, was the fact that we would, every single weekend, we'd get together and we'd record a podcast episode and we'd talk and we'd have fun, and it was
the walls talking to us.
And it was the best thing ever. And, like, I think start a podcast.
Start a podcast.
Yeah.
Reach out to one of us. Reach out to your friends. If you feel like you don't have any friends,
we'll be
your
friends.
You do have friends.
We'll be your friends.
Yeah.
We'll be your friends, and you got God. Pray about it. Yeah. Read about it. I don't know. I wouldn't get, like, a self-help book or something. I would crack open the Bible.
Crack.
Yep.
Like a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, like a crisp, cool one.
Sorry.
The Bible is like a crisp,
cool
Dr. Pepper.
But even better.
Can you tell we're Dr. Pepper? Dr. Pepper fanatics.
Baby, it's good and nice.
Do. Are we gonna get copyrighted?
Maybe. Anyways. Yeah. Just, I don't know. I think overall it depends on what you're struggling with as a whole, so I can only give super generalized advice. But.
Don't do that.
Last question?
Yeah. If listeners could take one practical step today towards seeing themselves through God's eyes, what should it be?
I'm not going to say it again. I am, because you don't know what I'm talking about. Look around. That's all I'm going to say. Look around. Because if you've been listening, if you've gotten this far in the episode, you know what I mean by that by now. Look around. Open the Bible. If I am not good with Bible verses. So I always have to look them up either before or after. I'm not going to quote any in this episode because I don't want to have to go find them and put them in. It makes my editing job way harder. The Bible app is free, and you can search up love, acceptance, self-worth, and it will pull up verses that elaborate on those concepts. Open one of those, write some verses down, reflect on them a little bit. Yes?
If you are in our town, I'm not going to say where we are, but if you are in our town, or a lot of like little town antique stores do this, the antique store here gives away Bibles for free.
Aww.
Yeah. They give away Bibles for free. Look around. A lot of places do it. It would surprise you, but a lot of places, especially antique stores, will give you Bibles for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
I mean, like, one of my favorite things in the summer is I go to the state fair in my hometown.
Wow.
Or not my hometown, my home state.
Home state.
And we have an exhibit for evangelizing, and we do Bible studies, and we have like this huge like Goliath thing for the kids that they can like throw beanbags and like a hole in its forehead, and it's like so cool. And like our main thing is like just getting people to reach out about Bible studies and just learn more about God, and like everything is just free. Like it's so accessible for you to learn more about the person who made you.
Guys, that made me think about getting married to a youth minister.
Welcome to your new life.
Is
Evangelizing Central.
Yeah, the most eye-opening. I've never done more for a church than I have
More
just
what?
dating on. More for a church.
For a church.
Than just dating Austin. Like, the other day, it was over, when was it? I don't remember. It was sometime. I think it was Christmas break. We renovated this, and I can send Aubrey the video if it's too much to do. You don't have to. But it's a little edited video of us renovating this entire room. We painted it, and it's all specifically for Bible studies. And it's the coolest thing ever. It looks really comfy. It looks really cozy in there. And like I watched Law and Order while we made that room, but like doing stuff like that, and like seeing how Austin is with the kids.
Goodness gracious.
Holy moly.
Thunder.
Yeah. Seeing how Austin is with the kids has really been eye-opening, because he cares so much to do so much for this church and the kids and all of this, and it's like, I found a really good guy, guys. He wants them to he wants them to be able to accept themselves, especially in Christ, and that's actually helped me see myself through Christ, because my fiance is just so cool. Anyways, anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, don't hit your friends. Don't throw things at people. And don't cause too much chaos while we're gone. Bye!